Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, April 15, 2014. If you're in the U.S., you had better be paying your income taxes today. If you're in Boston, you know that today is the Boston Marathon. Of course, it's the one-year anniversary of the twin terror attacks up there when the two bombs went off at the finish line. So it's a very emotional day up there. Meanwhile, in the Ukraine, things are heating up, it seems. President Obama and President Putin spoke on the phone yesterday. This after a Russian military jet, a MiG, strafed an American destroyer that was in the eastern Black Sea no fewer than a dozen times. The plane was not armed, although it was flying dangerously low. The Americans tried to contact the pilot, but to no avail. In the Ukraine itself, the Ukrainian government has begun to move military personnel to the eastern part of the country. The eastern part of the country, especially close to the Russian border, is the area that's being held by pro-Russian forces, possibly even Russian forces themselves. It's not yet known. But the Ukraine military is headed in that direction. Peace talks between the Americans, the Ukrainians, and the Russians are scheduled for Thursday. Putin and Obama did at least agree to have that happen. Well, the war of words is heating up now between Aspen and Endurance. We reported yesterday that Endurance had made an unsolicited offer to purchase Aspen. These are both Bermuda companies. Aspen responded first yesterday afternoon, calling Endurance's offer ill-conceived and representing a strategic mismatch. It carried significant execution risk and would result in substantial dis-synergies. That's a new word. Their chairman, Glenn Jones, said, furthermore, most of the consideration to Aspen shareholders would be made in a stock that would reflect these problems. That stock, of course, is Endurance stock. They described the bid as hostile and destructive of value. They attacked Endurance's underwriting track record and strategy. Well, it took only about 2 hours, but sure enough, Endurance responded, as one would know they would with John Charman at the helm. Endurance's response said that Aspen's statement indicated that the management was creating a smokescreen. And he went on to say, that's a lot of value to leave on the table. In fact, it is a lot of value. It's $1 billion plus premium. Cut through the rhetoric, Charman said, and this transaction is all about value and the fact that Aspen shareholders are being denied the opportunity to realize that value. We believe that the shareholders will see the limitations of the Aspen go-it-alone plan, which they've been pursuing unsuccessfully. Endurance went on to say that the continued refusal by Aspen's board to engage in any discussions with Endurance demonstrated, quote, their entrenched position and is unsurprising in view of their past record of ignoring the best interests of Aspen shareholders. This is going to be fun to follow. QBE, the Australian company, has apparently hoisted the for sale sign at its Lloyd's aviation business. This could be the first sign of the aviation business's rapid softening up, might be triggering a withdrawal of capacity. Sources say that QBE's director of aviation and the named underwriter at the incidental syndicate 5555, Paul Leathenbarrow, resigned on April 1st. It's understood that QBE has indicated its intention to exit the aviation business and has appointed Willis Capital Markets to find a buyer for the book. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which runs the tunnels and the bridges and some of the rail systems between the two states and is a very powerful regional by-state agency, has sued Aon for $50 million. The suit was brought in New York Supreme Court yesterday. Actually, it was at the end of last week, last Thursday, claiming that the broker had kept unauthorized commissions and failed to return premium overpayments, causing the agency to spend $50 million more than it should have. This was concerning a program that provides insurance to contractors and subcontractors working on the Port Authority's construction projects. There are numerous construction projects going on that the Port Authority operates. Aon did not respond to a request for comment. The London syndicate Marketform has apparently handed more than $16.5 million of claims to the Lloyd Central Fund in the last 6 months as the runoff of its Italian medical malpractice portfolio continues to inflict pain on the market. This new tapping of the Capital providers overshadowed another improvement in Marketform's underwriting results, which saw it report a nice improvement in its combined ratio down to 101.3% and a return to profitability overall last year. American Financial Group is the owner of Marketform. The U.S. Geological Survey reports a 4.6 magnitude earthquake occurred yesterday afternoon in Idaho, about 14 miles northwest of a town called Challis, C-H-A-L-L-I-S. The agency says that about 3 hours earlier there was a 3.0 earthquake in just about the same area. According to officials at the Montana Bureau of Mines and Geology, just next door, there's been an earthquake swarm of at least 12 earthquakes since March 24th with a magnitude of 3.0 or bigger. Well, this is something that if you live long enough, you'll see everything. There was a considerable $250 million value haul of methamphetamines that was confiscated by the police. Where did this occur? Saudi Arabia, where the penalty for drug trafficking is death, beheading, I believe, by a giant sword. Saudi Arabian police have seized illegal drugs worth $267 million that were being smuggled into Saudi Arabia from Bahrain. The drug is called Captagon. It's one of the most popular in the Middle East. 22.6 million pills of Captagon were found hidden inside barbed wire and rolls of plastic. Where was the Captagon made, you ask? Syria. The production of Captagon in Syria has soared over the past 2 years as a result of the breakdown in order caused by the country's devastating war. The Saudi government is a leading supporter of the rebels in the fight to bring down Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.